In Islam, there are multiple classifications for rulings, and one of these is wajib or obligatory. And these are rulings which are commanded for us as Muslims to do by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Examples of these are like your 5 daily prayers, paying zakat, covering your awrah, wearing the hijab, and so on. But did you know that if in order to complete one of these obligatory acts, you have to do something else, it makes that other act obligatory as well. So let's say, for example, you need to go and do one of your 5 daily prayers, which is an obligation, but you need to do wudu for your prayer to be valid. That makes doing wudu an obligation on you in order to complete your prayer. But wudu is only obligatory when it is connected to that prayer, like asr or fajr or whatever. Because if you just decided to do wudu in the middle of the day because you felt like it, that in itself isn't an obligation. But it becomes an obligation when you need to go and pray, because if you don't do wudu, your prayer is invalid. It's just like for women and men, we have to cover our awrah. For women, for the majority of the madhabs, they say essentially the only things that can be out is like your face, your hands, and your feet. And for men, it is covering from their navel to their knees. But obviously, that obligation by itself, you can't just magically cover your awrah with thin air. You need to use materials or clothing to cover your awrah. So in turn, it makes going to buy modest clothing, for an example, an obligation, because without the modest clothing, you can't cover your awrah and complete the obligation set on you by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I personally just found this absolutely fascinating and amazing when learning all about the different rulings in Islam. If you would like to hear about the other classifications of legal rulings within Islam, let me know in the comments, and inshallah, I'll do another video.